Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going over several ways to add images to your Android app like a pro. If you're ready to get started, then stay tuned. Let's learn together. Alright, so here we are in our brand new Jetpack Compose project. Now let's go ahead and let's get the preview window open here. Alright, and so now that our preview is built, let's go ahead and wrap that preview in a row component. And we'll go ahead and we'll take our text and move that into the row component there. Cool. Now the first and easiest way is to add an image, and you can add an image using either the painter initializer or the image vector initializer here. Those are the two easiest. So let's start off with the image vector. So in order to use this, we can call our icons, and these are the Android X material icons. And then, for example, we could choose default, and as you can see here, we get some built-in icons for free thanks to the material design system. So for example, one of those icons is a person. So we could add a person, and then we'll add a content description of null for right now. Cool. Alright. And now if we zoom out of our preview here, let's move me out of the way just a little bit. There we go. Now you can see that we've got a person icon here. Now that's a really easy way to do it, but what if the icon that you're wanting to add isn't in this default icons list? How could we get another icon added in? Well, there's a little bit different way of doing that, and so we could go over into our res folder here and into the drawable, and we could right click on this and we say we want a new vector asset. And then instead of choosing this default Android face here, we can click on that, and then we could search for a person, for example. And as you can see, we've got all of the things that have the name person in them. So this one kind of looks interesting. This person 4 kind of looks like he's got a crown. So if you're watching this channel, I'd say that you have won the prize. You've received the crown. So let's go ahead and let's choose that person there as that icon. Now it gives you a default name here, and you are welcome to change it. So for example, we could say that this is a crowned person icon here, and we'll hit next, and then we will save it in that default location. That's just fine. Cool. Now we aren't using that icon just yet, so let's go ahead and let us use that icon. So in order to do that, we will use again an image component, but this time we're going to use the painter initializer here. So we will wrap that with a painter resource, and we will access the R directory there, and then drawable, and then we will see our crowned person icon that we just added to our file. Very cool. And then again, we'll set the content description to null for now. And now as you can see, we've got that crowned person here. Now the benefit to using the icons that Material gives you is they are infinitely scalable, and they won't lose their clarity. They won't lose their sharpness. They won't blur out or look strange at different sizes of icons. So that's one of the benefits of using these icons from the material design system. Now you don't have to always use the material design icons. For example, if we open up Finder here, I've got a profile image, and as you can see, it is lowercase with an underscore here instead of a dash. So we could actually just take that and drag it and drop it on our drawable folder here, and so we will say yes. We will move that to the drawable folder here. Cool. And so now if we expand our drawable folder, we can see we've got that profile image. So this is a way that you could do it if you needed just a regular image brought in to your project. So again, we can use our image component with the painter resource here. And so we will add our painter resource, and that will be r.drawable. And now you can see we've got our profile image as an option. So we'll add our profile image there. And then again, just for the demo, we'll do a content description of null. And because that will be such a large image, let's go ahead and add a modifier to our image. And we will say that our modifier is a size, and let's make it 50 dp, for example. Cool. And then we will refresh our preview here. Nice. Now as you can see, that doesn't look great. Now that's one of the downsides of using your own custom JPEG. The clarity doesn't look great. They're not infinitely scalable up and down. So that's some of the drawbacks of doing that. Now, what if you wanted to use more than one icon at a time here, and you just wanted a lot of icons in your project to be accessible whenever you needed them? The best way to add a lot of icons to your project all at once is to actually go into your Gradle scripts file here, and we will go into our build.gradle, and we can scroll down to our dependencies. And down here at the end of our implementation list, we could go ahead and add a new implementation, and we can add the material extended icon set. So this is a larger set of material icons that Android gives us that we can just add to our project and instantly be able to access several more icons all at once inside the project. So let's go ahead and we will replace this with the new library catalog definition, and we will sync those changes now. Cool, so our Gradle is done syncing. So now if we go back into our main activity file here, we could slide over here and we can add, let's add this one before the text so we can see the difference here. We will use our image vector initializer again, and we will say that we want our icons and we want the default. And now if we search for a person, we can see that we actually have a lot more person options than we did before. So let's take person.pin for example. Let's see what that one looks like. And we'll give it a content description of null as well. And let's refresh our preview. Cool, and with that we have been able to add a lot more images to our project. And now that we've gone over several ways to add images to your project, if you got value from this video, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you leave a comment, just be nice about it. That's all I ask. Thanks. Have a great day.